1075 The Game Podcasting is sponsored by Modern Exterminating, a family-oriented company. Professional, honest, and dependable pest control solutions. We're your one-stop shop for all pests.
There were a lot of, I think, very pertinent questions about the offensive line, both in the fact that LaNorris was sacked 4 times. One of them was a safety. That at least initially, after the first drive anyway, South Carolina had trouble getting Attaway and Faison going. Ultimately, those two combined for 100 yards. Each of them had better than 4 yards per carry. I think Attaway actually had over, or was it Faison had over 5? But both of them had long runs, so that was a positive. But yes, I think collectively speaking, the offensive line is going to have to find a way to get better. They're missing a couple of pieces, so we'll see how that looks in the coming weeks. You'll have a lot of work this week against an opponent that you are certainly expected to comfortably get past, and then you start conference play. I think LaNorris Sellers was LaNorris Sellers. There were times when he looked absolutely fantastic. The touchdown, a couple of plays where you just couldn't tackle him. I thought, by and large, maybe a couple of the sacks, and I suppose I mean this, I don't want to say in a good way, but I do think that yesterday LaNorris was really trying to hone in on his receivers, and that maybe a couple of the sacks might have been on him in the sense that he was trying to go through his progressions. One of the, I think a pivotal moment, Terry, is I think pivotal is a fair adjective to label this with, right?
Yeah.
Here is Shane Beamer late in the game, fourth quarter. South Carolina forced Virginia Tech to punt. Tech had a penalty in terms of procedure on that punt, and Shane could have had the 5 yards added to the end of the return, or he could have made them re-kick. And when he made them re-kick, Vakari Swain scored a touchdown. Here was Shane's reasoning behind not taking 5 extra yards.
Yeah, I just told our team in the locker room, there's a lot of coaches that would just say, hey, we'll take the extra 5 yards, and not us. Anytime an old special teams coach told me like 20 years ago, not my dad, David, that'd be way too fitting if it was him, but another special teams coach told me nothing good for the kicking team ever happens after a re-kick. And I'm sick in the head. I was having PTSD to the 2009, thank you. You clearly remember 2009 Clemson game where we kicked off to C.J. Spiller, Jacoby Ford, and Ellington, I think, maybe, and we were all sides. And then we came back over to the sideline, and I had that voice in my head, nothing good happens after a re-kick, and I let DJ Swearinger and Stephon Gilmore and those guys talk me into re-kicking, and then C.J. Spiller took it back 80 yards for a touchdown. So I was thinking of that, but really it was just we really felt like we had an advantage on when they punt the football with our people out there, whether blocking a punt, which we came close on a couple of them, or returning one. And because we were able to generate some pressure on them, they're very cognizant of getting a punt block. So our guys did a great job. And guys that are DQ Smith's out there. I mean, he's double teaming a guy, and it was really, really cool. And then so proud of Vakari Swain. He's a weapon, and it was really neat for him to do that, and how fitting that is, playing Virginia Tech and with their history, my dad's history of special teams, to score. I know Joe D's glad this week's over, because I'm always amped up about special teams, but this week especially with everything that we had going. But really, what a play, and we needed it too. We weren't playing great on offense, and we needed a spark at that point.